Hi, welcome back. We're still on this discussion, and Jenny, I have a quick question to ask you. You know, some of the guys who are watching these videos are just like, yeah, please, next, you know? They're 25, 30, couldn't be bothered. They're like, what will? I don't have kids, you know, my parents are fine. I'm not paying them anything or paying for them anything. When do you say it's, you know, some people say it's too soon to start thinking about a will, you know, succession is for 50, 70, 80-year-olds, not for me. How soon should somebody start thinking about securing their future or the future of their family, whether or not they have kids, in terms of planning for their wealth?
Ideally, once you turn 18, you start investing. Please work on your will. I mean, no one knows the day or the time. So you could be 19 or 20 and you've acquired certain assets. Put them in a will. Keep revising your will. You're allowed under the law to do that. But start as soon as you attain the age of 18.
Okay. Yes. And so if I'm 18 and maybe the only asset I have is 50 by 50 piece of land in Kisumu, right? And that's it. So what will my will have? What are the things, other things can I have in my will? Is it where I want to be buried, how I want to be buried? You know, what else do people typically have in their will? So the contents in a will are very simple, if you will. So we have your details as the testator, the person writing the will. We have your beneficiaries, and so you state who you're bequeathing your assets to or handing them over to upon your demise. You have your list of properties. It could be one item or two or three. And assets range from anything. Land, your furniture in your house, your jewelry, and all of that. If you have children, and this is very important, if you have children who are minors under the age of 18, you are required to state your guardian or guardians, the people who will take care of your children, should you pass on before they attain the age of 18. And yeah, basically that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah, that one of guardians is important. And I guess that's a conversation that needs to be had between a husband and wife. What if the guardian that I've written in my will is different from the one my husband has written? What does the court do in that case?
Well, it's definitely a discussion you need to have. I mean, it's a rare occurrence, but there have been instances where couples, there could be a road accident and none of you survive it.
Yeah.
So this is a discussion couples who are espoused need to have and who have children together, because this allows for easier guardianship on the children, because you want ideally your children to end up in one home. And so as a couple, these are issues you can discuss and ensure you're on the same page as you pick the guardians. Are they people with the same values as you? Will they afford the children? Granted, you're leaving some of your estate behind. And then as you each do your will, ensure you put people you're in agreement with.
Absolutely, because you might put someone as a guardian and they're like, Ati, oh, sorry, look after whose children?
Yes, and that's an important issue, because sometimes you may also need to speak to these people in advance and tell them, or I'm in the process of working on my will and I'm thinking of putting you down as a guardian. Is this something you'd be
willing to do?
Willing to do. But also we've had instances where, so the guardian is different from the administrator of the estate. This has tended to raise issues or squabbles between the administrator and the guardian. So the ideal, in a perfect world, would be for the administrator to be the guardian, because the guardian knows the needs for the child, while the administrator may be solely focused on making sure the property is sold or run in a certain way. So the ideal situation would be to have the administrator and the guardian as one and the same person, to allow the children to allow for a seamless process, even as this person takes on your children. If that's not ideal, then pick the two best people who would act in the best interest of the children. After all, that's the reason you worked so hard to acquire all those assets. Yes.
Gosh, okay, so I hope you're not heavy laden. The idea is to get you informed and to know the things that you need to put in place, so that then as you create your wealth, you also protect it for the benefit of the generations to come and for your family. If you have any questions, again, please do write to us and subscribe, share these videos so that others can get to hear this information. This is Rina Hicks and you are watching MoneyWise. God bless you.